Hello everyone, it is Monday, the 25th, June the 25th, 2018, and I'm out here in this backwoods little bitty town in Tennessee, the town of Greenville, spelled with an extra E, and I'm at Project Waffle. Now, around the Tri-Cities area, Project Waffle was a food truck for a long time, but everybody really liked it. Eventually, they bit the bullet and got themselves their own freestanding unit. They have a restaurant now, and I've been here one other time, and the idea of making everything with a waffle, making your sandwiches, everything with a waffle, some would call that a gimmick. I call it delicious. So we're going to go on in, and I say we're because I am here today with Carmen. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her later on, get a little bit more of her story. But allow me to introduce you. YouTube audience, this is Carmen.
Hey!
Carmen, this is the YouTube audience. Hello. Now, as far as Carmen's story goes, I like to think of her as a fellow adventurer because she actually did a cross-country biking trip at one point. And also, she did do a few months living in a camper out in, where was it?
New Mexico.
In New Mexico. So, very similar to what I do on a regular basis, only she wasn't really making money at it, right? That's kind of what made it draw to a close, but she's hoping to get out there and do it again at some point. But, so, tell us a little bit about this bike ride that you did, the cross-country bike ride. What was the motivation for it, why you did it, and all that, the story behind it?
Okay, so I started in Saco, Maine, and I rode my bike to Key West, Florida, so I did the East Coast. And then I, in that same summer, went to Seattle, Washington, and rode my bike from Seattle, Washington to San Diego, California. And I actually did that bike ride. Oh, thank you.
The waffle sandwich just arrived. This one is the breakfast sandwich, the rise and shine. Oh, okay. Continue your story.
I actually did the bike ride in memory of one of my friends who passed away while riding his bicycle. He was on his way of becoming a professional cyclist, and I wanted to do something big to remember him by, so I joined a bike ride.
Okay, so to get this story straight, now when you were on this bike ride, were you staying in a tent or hotels, or how did you do it?
We were sleeping on church floors.
You were sleeping on church? You found a church every night to sleep in?
Every night. We had a church already planned ahead of time.
Oh, you had
so
planned it
out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we had a church, and sometimes we stayed in people's homes that we had no idea who they were, which was really exciting.
Sounds awesome to me. And what did you eat?
We ate a lot of peanut butter sandwiches.
A lot of peanut butter sandwiches. That's calorie dense. A good thing to eat when you're pedaling a lot. A lot of spaghetti. Yeah, that's very starchy. And how did you pay for all the food and other expenses?
So it was actually a ride that was with a group of riders called Floor Center Bike Adventure, and what they do is they gather a lot of funds for the bike rides to get their name out there, but it's the same man who started Habitat for Humanity, started the Floor Center, and they build homes for low income people.
Nice. Okay. And how long did it take you for each leg of this trip? When you went down the East Coast, how many days was that? Do you remember?
The East Coast was 5 weeks. The West Coast was 4 weeks.
That's actually going pretty fast.
Yeah, it was very fast.
I was thinking, because I'm used to people talking about the Appalachian Trail, how it took them 6 months.
No.
To go the whole thing.
This is fast paced. We were going. Our average overall was 75 miles a day.
75 miles a day.
Yeah, but
you were moving.
Yeah, some days we were doing 112.
Whoa.
And then some days we were doing 60. But definitely hit.
Okay. Do you have any pictures on your Facebook page of your bike and some of your bike tour kind of things?
Yes.
You do?
They're buried in there, but yeah, I do.
Okay. Would you mind if I pull those out and put them into the video?
Yeah, that's
like,
okay.
Illustration?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
totally dig those out.
If I can find those, I'm going to go ahead and put them up here at this point in the video. So here they are. Okay, Carmen's food just came out, and this is chicken strips on a waffle. And, of course, waffle fries. I mean, if they're going to have fries at a place like this, it's going to be waffle fries. What is this one called?
This is the classic.
It's called the Classic. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do the taste test in front of the camera for this because it's chicken. It's chicken fingers and waffles, and it's a breakfast sandwich. You guys know what that tastes like. Nothing weird about it. I'm just now finding out something else about Carmen. She also lived on a, what'd you say it was?
It was
convent?
a Christian, no. It was a Christian intentional living community down in Southwest Georgia.
And how long were you there?
I was there for 2 years. And while I was there, I was praying and contemplating becoming a nun.
You wanted to become a nun. And what
Yes.
made you finally decide not to?
I moved home. My family did not want me to become a nun. I could do anything else in the world but become a nun. Like, that was like...
Please don't become a nun.
Yeah.
Because they thought you would be like secluding yourself away,
Yes, they
and
thought I was gonna
they'd
be
never see you
separated.
again.
Yeah.
They were kind of afraid of it being a little cultish.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, I doubt it would be, but it's understandable that they would worry like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you were there for, you said 2 years?
2 years.
2
I
years.
was there for 2 years.
And what was your job while you were there?
I
Did
was,
you have a job?
I did. I was hospitality coordinator.
Ah.
So while I was there, we had groups of tours, and like people would come and stay with us. And it was actually tied to the bike adventure. That's how I got there. Because the bike adventure, the man who started Habitat for Humanity, Millard Fuller, started Fuller Center, and he all of that started at this farm in Southwest Georgia. So I found this farm after I did the bike ride with the Fuller Center.
Okay.
So it's just like...
So it all kind of connects a little.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Well, that's an interesting story.
Yeah.
So what was life like on this convent, like on a day-to-day basis? What kind of stuff would you eat?
Eat?
Yeah.
Well, we grew our own vegetables.
You
We
had a
had
vegetable
our
garden.
own chickens. We had our own cows. We had our own pigs.
That's starting to sound like
Yeah? Go ahead.
should I say it?
Say it.
Sounds like a hippie commune.
Yeah, it kind of looked like one.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so did you actually do any grocery shopping, or was it all...
Oh, yeah. We had groceries, too.
You
We
did?
had to do
Okay.
grocery
It wasn't all
shopping.
self-sustained
No, it
then.
wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did have to grocery shop. I had to cook for at least 35 people a day for lunch.
Okay, so you were
So
one
I
of the
was-
cooks.
I was also one of the cooks.
One of the cooks, okay. And what else?
What else?
Okay, you said you were
our
the
day-to-day-
coordinator, you did the tours.
Yeah, I can tell you about
cooked.
our day-to-day life.
Just a little bit about that. Yeah.
Okay, so we would wake up, everybody on the farm would wake up at 7:40.
Are we talking like a giant bell? Like
Yeah,
do you have a
yeah.
hunchback that would ring the bell?
It was just the middle of
sorry.
the land. And we would walk to chapel and have prayer meeting.
Right.
And then after our prayer meeting, we would all gather in a circle and talk about what we were going to get done for the day. And then, so the bell would ring at 8, 10, and 8. 8 o'clock was our prayer meeting, because we'd wake up at 7:40. Then 10, 3, and 8. Gosh, it's been a
Three
while.
times a day.
3 times a day, and we had to stop 3 times a day.
And then
For
come to
prayer.
a prayer meeting.
No, you'd pray
You
separately.
just pray separately?
You'd pray separately.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
take that moment to pray separately.
All right. Well, I mean, Daniel prayed 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So I guess I
It had biblical meanings.
I
It
could
did,
tell. Yeah. 3 times a day. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, right?
Yes.
Okay, well that's interesting. So you guys are learning some new stuff about her at the same time I am then. Show us your tips. Okay, that's clever. That deserves a tip. So here's mine right here. Gotcha. Okay, it's about 8:15 now, and we're in Johnson City. After a quick little Googly search, we found a retro arcade out here. It's called the Silver Ball City because they specialize in pinball, but they do have a lot of retro arcade machines in there. Probably main cabinets we're going to see. Never been here before, so what do you think?
Hey, I'm excited.
I'm going to have to show her the world of retro video games. So we're going to go in for that now. It's a $10 free play. Kind of pay one price, play as much as you can up until 10 o'clock. We got an hour and a half to play. Looks like we got the Walking Dead game here. Gonna have to play that whenever I get a chance. The pinball is actually surprisingly just a small corner. After you pass by that, you get to the retro arcade, which is more what I came out here for anyway. So, let's take a little look around. Okay, we're starting off with the Simpsons arcade game, which never really had a good console release. There was some, but never a good one, so this is the way I have the full experience right here.
Aww.
We did it! Credits are rolling!
Yay!
Yay! She's now doing the Need for Speed. Carmen, how you doing over there?
I'm not doing very good. Oh, I keep wrecking my car.
I'm not doing much better. I came in last place here, and I figured out, like on the last 2 laps, how to use the nitro. I'm gonna try for this one again.
The curves get me. I think I'm in last place, guys.
We got 45 minutes left, and we just found this. This is a 2-player racing game. It's called Sega Racing Classic. So, I think we're going to be doing this for the next 15 minutes or so. Hey, okay, place your bets now.
I'm gonna win.
She got me on the first one. Rematch. After beating me handily at the racing, now she's doing a street luge game. And doing very well.
Am I?
It looks like it. You're 16 out of 20 right now. Just started. We found a Miss Pac-Man expert here.
My name is Jessica.
Jessica, the Miss Pac-Man expert. She can't be touched. Oh my goodness, look at this. This game is moving faster than I'm able to think. This is intense. I didn't know the game yet. Whoa, Jess, how did you do that?
That is awesome.
What? No way! No And she has 4 dots left. How many men? Oh, you got? Okay, we got 3. Well, Miss Pac-Man's left. What level are you on?
I don't know. Like 10 maybe?
She's got. Okay, so
All the
she might have these here.
This is. Oh, I haven't been on this level in a long time.
Oh my goodness. You're just gonna keep playing on this 1 credit all the way up until closing time, aren't you?
Maybe. It's like, I forgot, it used to be like every 10,000 points you get an extra life.
I'm so dead, dude.
25,000. Oh, really? Something like that.
You're like a axe dude.
Oh, you still got 1 left.
Oh yeah, wait, well, there's traps there. Watch out. You know which direction we're supposed to go? I don't know.
What? What?
That is insane. I can't even, like, my eyes can't follow.
Yeah, it's like faster than I can think.
I have X-ray glasses.
Man, how did you get so good at this game?
I don't know. This is not my generation of games.
No, whoa. Ah! She she's gonna clear another board. She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it. Come on, I believe in you.
Oh my god.
Go find a key, I guess.
Oh, there's no way to survive it so quick.
Where's the key?
No!
Oh.
Oh my god.
They are out for blood.
Follow arrows, idiot.
Oh my goodness. It's like they're turned blue for half a second now.
Yeah.
Oh, she got another board.
What?
Wow. Okay, she's still
I
going.
have X-ray goggles, you idiot.
Come on, get another life. I know you can do it.
Neat. 100 total. Oh! Ah, traps. Don't let those spikes hit you.
Oh my god!
You're the Valkyrie. Whoa, you're level 9? How are you level 9?
She's got it. She's got it. She's got it.
Junior!
My heart is like racing. My heart is like racing.
Oh, you gotta.
Oh my god, I don't
Take it on to the
think I've ever
next
seen
cutscene.
this one.
What's turbo?
No!
I don't know what.
I don't even know how you just stayed alive on that. And you just ate one of them.
Sorry. But the damage I
That
did.
0.25 seconds that they remain blue, she's still eating them.
I'm just gonna keep shooting arrows at your direction.
Oh my god. Oh my word. Look at this.
Look at the short one.
I feel like you are an expert right now.
How much have you played this game?
Like, every time I go to an arcade, it's my favorite game.
I can see.
Oh, so close. Okay.
Take a bow, Jessica.
Thanks. What do you give his names?
I'm Carmen.
Ashley.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Ashton?
Area 51.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Area 51, we found our game. Last 5 minutes, but here we go.